Hello, welcome back. I'm the Doom Wizard. This is Catching Up with Reality for December 29th, a informal program with no script where I give you world events, trending topics, and hot news you should know. This program is sponsored by you, doomers and realists, who see our predicament squarely and fairly in the eyes. To mention Brent McKinney coming through with the hundo, Joanne Perrick, and Melinda McGinnis, among others in the special thanks chat below. I'm trying to bring you the realness and insight from another perceptive individual who sees our predicament as it is. We are an overshoot. And you can draw back the lines to when it started, but let's be real, we were doomed from the start. Our prehistoric wiring of wants and needs has now surpassed our ability to control ourselves. There's no shift in paradigm for human consciousness, so let's just not go there. I just wanted to preface that because there is a whole lot of hoopla about which came first, the chicken or the egg, but I like to keep things simple, that we're in a predicament and we're beyond hopeless. There is no redeeming our society or anyone to change course or reduce their consumption habits. We're an overshoot. So one could say that it really started with the discovery of fossil fuels, a cheap, seemingly endless energy source we could extract from the ground and harvest. By the way, all the new renewable technology requires the extractive process, so if you can't fix that, nothing is renewable. Also, large-scale agriculture. This topics and many others have been chartered and explored by various channels. You know who I'm talking about. But in efforts to keep this somewhat organized, as I said, we have no script. This is Catching Up with Reality. I'm trying to publish every so often to let you guys know I'm here battling the forces of nature. Do you know about the Kessler syndrome? A new thing I learned where there's so much space debris and junk around the planet floating that we might not ever leave. Fun fact, we won't. Homelessness in America rose 18%. Bird flu is spreading. You know, all the migrating birds, they're carrying it over zoos, which have to be uber careful. New York to charge fossil fuel companies for damage from climate change. Meanwhile, California's piers may not withstand CC. CC also added 41 extra extreme hot days around the world. Imagine 130 degrees for 3 weeks straight. That's the prospects we're facing. Infrastructure and our livelihoods start breaking down. Okay, essentially, under extreme temperatures, whether cold or hot, things can't keep up. You know this, Doomer. Someone set on fire at Penn Station. No good. Now you can get digital IDs in Illinois. And what were the drones? Excuse the wind. What were the drones? We don't even know. We don't even know. We were distracted with Diddy and Luigi. Just another conspiracy. Maybe the Google chip can calculate quintillion calculations. Figure out how to work that new SpaceX launch. Because North Korea just sent thousands of people to die who are even committing suicide just so they don't have to fight the Ukrainians. Meanwhile, United Kingdom might be joining the war next year with threats of nuclear retaliation coming from this way and that. Do we point fingers at Belarus or Syria, Iran? I don't know. It's a big axis of evil. We don't know how this thing's going to play out, but China may invade Taiwan in 2027. Come on, guys, get up to date. You know this. I'm thrilled to be here and witness 2025. It's going to be a shit show as Vivek Ramaswamy and Musk, who's from another planet, plan on implementing Doge and enriching the billionaires, because we live in a plutocracy, an oligarchy. You watch Bernie Sanders, he comes up in your feed. Everybody knows it. And I'm not faking it. I have customers that ask me how things are going. I say living in a nightmare. Well, it can't be that bad. Yeah, it really is that bad. I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit. Where do we begin? The long list of fucked upness now. And it's not okay. Complicit in the face of extreme duress. It's the coward's way. I won't get on my, what am I going to do? We're going to stand up and revolt. Peaceful protest doesn't work, okay? Heads need to start rolling at this point. No, I'm not advocating terrorism, but, they're CEOs of other companies. What do they do? What do they do for society? What is society? I put up some good polls recently, and you guys have been answering. I appreciate that. See where everyone's at. The general malaise, uncomfortableness, and dismay with the general state of things. I want a refund. Okay, my birthday's coming up next month. We've been over 1.5 degrees Celsius for the past year. You guys all know this. It's all over the headlines from NPR, which is in the targets of Trump and his media attacking organization. I mean, this is how empires fall. All the signs, this is not new. I'm not making up these ideas. All the signs are there for civilizational collapse. Political turmoil. The horsemen, they're all fucking there. And I see it. How are things going? Like, exactly what you think. The four horsemen, it's the end. We're in the end, dude. We're so distracted and divided and separated across the planet. This isn't a new argument. All of our belief systems. Can you imagine Islam's finally getting along with Zen Buddhists? I mean, or whatever. Islamists versus Hindu. Thank you for being a part of this journey. We are witnessing it. And I say that every video because there's nothing else to do but have a good time and watch humans who are overcomplicated at this point. We've overcomplicated everything. There's no unfucking ourselves from our energy system, our political structure, or the apparatus that supports human life. Nate Hagans, how are you so fucking clueless not to see this? Dude? Well, we're going to electrify all the cars on the road? Hundreds of millions of them? In a span of 5 years? I mean, you see it's exponential, right? We're going to be at 2 degrees by the end of this decade. Or close. It's laughable. We're on the same page, right? A community of people around the globe who are on the same wavelength. It's real. It exists. Everyone else is stuck in the matrix. Like, and I know that word is thrown around loosely and vaguely, but they're tunnel vision on the status quo. And you can see all the charts and graphs you want. I can put them up here on the screen. But it doesn't matter. They're still not convinced. We are hopeless. Okay, Doomers, thanks for hanging out and all the support. It means a lot. I want to do 2025 a little differently with some more vlogging. I'm looking at a DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It's a vlogging camera with a built-in gyro in it to stabilize shots. That's why most of my shots are stationary, because I'm usually using a DSLR, which is damn hard to stabilize when you're moving and filming. It's possible. It has image stabilization, but it doesn't look good. So that's the approach next year, but it's like $450 for this camera. I also got to purchase a new vehicle at some point next year, an all-wheel drive to handle next season, and pay off that, and still cooking and, taking care of myself. I'm lone wolfing it, So thanks for hanging out. I'll see you when I see you. Peace out.